20, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016.
The business-wise for a long time.
But that's why it's only business. It was really away from that. I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. Now, like, and when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter. Like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, "Yo, I'll spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this, and it's in it only because he's uncomfortable." You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there.
Yeah.
Right? Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm scared.
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this.
They see it.
Nah, you see this. They want to act like, oh, we got nothing to do with that.
Jay-Z is right back in the headlines as a fresh lawsuit drags his name into the growing storm around Diddy, all while 50 Cent keeps cranking up the heat on anyone remotely tied to the scandal. And trust me, the tension is climbing fast. Diddy's legal mess keeps expanding, and his team is now fighting to push the case back for years. A new indictment hints that a large number of people may be connected to his alleged actions, suggesting this situation is nowhere near done. Adding even more weight, Cassie has confirmed she'll take the stand, and her testimony carries serious power. With everything unraveling at once, it's time to break down the celebrities linked to Diddy and how they're getting pulled straight into the chaos.
When he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, now Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop. This is stop it, man. You set that up. Look, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think's happening in the middle?
I don't know what's going on.
Wow,
for him. Because he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we gotta hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out. Yeah. He said, I don't know, man. I take you shopping and I get you some flash and you can give me the hood. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the way. Certain things they let it go by because it's puff. He wasn't like in the closet. He was like in the hallway.
All these years, you being the only one calling this out.
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They said you're a hater. They said you're crazy.
You do this, yeah, and now everybody's complaining.
50 Cent has unexpectedly become one of Diddy's biggest problems, refusing to let up as he points out every connection and every questionable move tied to the mogul. On a recent podcast, 50 revealed that Meek Mill was spotted wearing matching outfits with Diddy at a party. An invite 50 says he turned down after the whole vibe felt off. According to him, Diddy first asked him to tag along on a shopping trip, but 50 shut it down immediately, sensing the real intention behind it. Meek, on the other hand, accepted the invitation, thinking teaming up with Diddy would elevate his career, not realizing it would later spark even more suspicion.
20, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a Black Billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence. Right?
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. Mm-hmm. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, Trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammy.
he had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
He didn't show up.
He has like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he's been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. He got some shit. He's like drinking. His picture thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
Absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce.
His career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing.
Right.
They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show.
Jay-Z isn't escaping the spotlight either, as his name keeps resurfacing in the middle of all this controversy. He and Beyoncé have stayed connected to Diddy for years, and according to 50 Cent and several industry voices, their relationship highlights long-standing issues within the hip-hop world. Some observers even claim Jay-Z and Beyoncé's closeness with Diddy has always been more strategic than personal, and with all three moving in the same circles and backing similar ventures, it's no surprise Jay-Z keeps getting pulled deeper into this growing storm.
Was always anti-Diddy and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent. And it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. The other end of that, every person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is the actor Orlando Brown. He was on Disney, and I remember everyone telling us that he was totally insane and deranged when he was saying a lot of things that at the time sounded crazy, particularly about Diddy. Take a listen.
The requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he's gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take but he won't you.
Diddy, to me, is the fall guy. You're still seeing a
50 Cent seems determined to expose every major figure linked to Diddy, and calling out Meek Mill and Jay-Z is just the beginning. He's made it clear he plans to bring even more names to light as he digs further into the network around Diddy's inner circle. According to 50, this is only the start of a much longer list he's ready to push into the spotlight.
You better believe it. Shout out Def Jam, we the best. You know what it is. It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross and Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay?
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No.
Hamas supporter, okay? Right. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want.
When you look back at the people partying with Diddy in 2010, it's wild how quickly many of them backed away, acting like they barely knew him, even though they once called him their closest friend. Busta Rhymes, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and Usher were regularly by his side. Then, in May 2018, Trump's National Doral Golf Course in Miami shut down after a shooting involving Jonathan Auty, who later claimed he'd been controlled and mistreated while connected to Diddy. As more details come out, the list of people tied to Diddy during those years keeps raising questions. Diddy is also facing new accusations of human trafficking as he awaits his federal trial. In a civil case filed April 1st in Florida, Joseph Manzaro alleges, according to court documents, that he was drugged, transported against his will, and abused as part of an organized criminal operation involving Diddy and others back in 2015. He even named celebrities like Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and LeBron James as witnesses. Manzaro claims he lost consciousness after feeling a greasy substance like Vaseline when he opened his front door. He says he was then taken to another property where an associate of Diddy's allegedly said the mogul wanted him brought to a freak-off event. According to the filing, he was secretly moved into Diddy's home through a hidden tunnel, supposedly connected to Gloria and Emilio Estefan's Miami property. After regaining partial consciousness, he says he found himself in a large party area, believed to be the location of a birthday celebration for Diddy's then 17-year-old son, Christian Combs. There, he claims he was forced to appear wearing a penis mask. The lawsuit states Jay-Z and Beyoncé were seated in the room, and Beyoncé reportedly asked, "What's this? What's going on? Why is this half-naked white man in a penis mask standing here?" Manzaro alleges he was then paraded through multiple rooms as people jeered and taunted him.
Individuals, including Jacob Arabo, Jay-Z, Gloria Estefan, LeBron James, and Beyonce Knowles Carter, are identified as witnesses due to their presence or knowledge of the events surrounding the freak-off orchestrated by defendant Diddy. Wow. And freak-off, of course, is something that we've heard many times before, both in Combs' criminal case and other civil cases, to describe these prolonged sexual episodes, usually with sex workers. But Manzaro is suing Sean Combs. He is suing a man named Eric Mejias. He is suing Brendan Paul, who's been described in another lawsuit as Sean Combs' drug mule, Emilio Estefan, who is married to pop superstar Gloria Estefan, and Adria English, who filed her own lawsuit against Sean Combs, claiming she too was a victim of sex trafficking. By the way, it's interesting he's not suing these other celebrities that I mentioned, like Jay-Z and Beyonce and Gloria Estefan, possibly because he doesn't believe their alleged liability amounted to a civil claim, but seems to want to call them as witnesses at a trial, although I have to imagine they will do everything in their power to quash any subpoena should this case progress, and we'll talk a little bit more.
A new civil lawsuit has now directly named Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and even LeBron James, accusing them of being present at a Diddy-hosted event where a man says he was severely mistreated. The accuser, Joseph Manzaro, insists he was drugged, taken somewhere against his will, and harmed as part of a coordinated scheme tied to Diddy and others in 2015. While these claims are still moving through the legal system, the situation keeps expanding, and investigators suggest more names could surface as they dig deeper. Many hope that anyone responsible for wrongdoing will eventually be held accountable.
Real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I say, no, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all the memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. Nah, Nah, but I haven't said that publicly. I just did. Y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people. There's so many things people say, so much stuff. But that one, y'all was your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
Who were dating J-Lo? Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome, and you were going to beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
You really heard that?
Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not just rappers showing questionable ties to Diddy. Major Hollywood stars have been linked to him too. Will Smith and Jennifer Lopez have long been rumored to be part of his inner social circle, which is why their recent statements are drawing fresh attention. Rumors about Will and Jada attending Diddy's exclusive gatherings have circulated for years, even becoming jokes during interviews like Jimmy Kimmel's. Will stayed quiet back then, but the fact that he's speaking out now suggests he knows anyone tied to Diddy could end up dragged into the legal fallout.
Throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way. Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up.
I don't got shit in my past. I'm not.
Everybody got a little bit.
Look,
like,
I took.
Not that it's real enough.
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't fucking give her a drink so she forget what the fuck happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took two drinks. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work?
What the fuck? Yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, this is the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. I don't know why it's so hard for people
so
just
for
to
people to feel like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what does that mean?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip-hop culture could think that everybody in hip-hop culture is with that shit.
Unlike most people in that circle, 50 Cent insists he has nothing to hide and no dark history connected to this situation. He claims that many in Hollywood were well aware of what was happening at Diddy's events, but chose to show up anyway. 50, on the other hand, says he kept his distance on purpose, making it clear that he wanted no part in anything questionable and refused to get involved in that lifestyle at all.
About P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what's going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go to the 90s and Keefy D said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries that went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily...
Another major name caught in the conversation is Leonardo DiCaprio. While he often makes headlines for his high-profile relationships with much younger adults, what's drawing attention now is the fact that he was reportedly seen at several of Diddy's well-known gatherings, appearances that have raised plenty of questions as this situation continues to unfold.
docuseries that you've been working on. Diddy do it?
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle. You weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way he would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it. Just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know, so I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations. It's kind of interesting. I think that civil suit turned into a look. They looked at it like maybe it's a criminal situation.
Right.
A little early, and it could have been the same lobbyists and the same people that use their connections to make that happen for Puff.
Is that kind of why you was going hard on him the last couple years? Is it because of the liquor situation? Because to be honest, since the situation he's in now, it's kind of like you fell back on him. Was this all over the liquor, or you just said?
Well, most of that was motivation. That was competing,
right?
For, with brands, and he was ahead of me,
right?
Because he had been working on Ciroc and stuff like that, and then integrating it into our culture with Coco Loso and different things with different people connected to it. So yeah, that's what that was. But when you look at, he would do a lot of foul shit like behind.
Many of these celebrities are reportedly nervous about what might come out in 50 Cent's upcoming documentary, the same project Diddy acknowledged back in December 2023. It's expected to drop soon, and insiders say it won't focus on surface-level rumors. Instead, it will break down how Diddy's alleged operations functioned behind the scenes, which is exactly why so many big names are bracing themselves. According to 50, this documentary aims to reveal not just Diddy's actions, but the network of high-profile figures connected to him.
And that's what they f***ed up at. You can tell me Puff went away for a long time, bro, but do you not hear the of Meek Mill? Do you not hear all of the shake it off, take that of Will Smith? Can you not give me the oh God of TD Jakes? I just don't want to be in the room where niggas be actually doing this shit, man, because that's crazy for a real Crip to pull up and be like, yo, my nigga, like, check this out. Like, I really heard Carl Winslow in there. Like, yo, I was like, yo, getting slapped like that. Slap. Who is he begging this out like a... Next thing you know, he walk in there and it's actually my mother.
Is Diddy a dangerous man?
Nah, you missed the fact that was my mom. Like, that was Jaguar Wright getting... It's Carl Winslow,
I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit?
Usher, Odell Beckham Jr., Terrence Howard, and Justin Bieber are among the many celebrities said to be connected to Diddy, and the list keeps expanding. Orlando Brown, despite his chaotic reputation, has repeatedly claimed he knows the truth about certain industry figures who he says live very different private lives than their public images suggest. 50 Cent has also hinted that some of these men may have compromised their principles or image in exchange for career opportunities. Terrence Howard once described it as giving up your authenticity for fame and success, and now many of these figures seem worried that the choices they made years ago may be circling back.
Did that of all questions?
When did you miss that train?
How did that go?
That train might have left the
that
station,
train took
but
off
you
from
were
the
right
station.
there.
Yeah,
You were right there to get on that.
That train took off from the station for sure.
You were close.
Yeah. I wasn't at that train station.
You left early? You left early?
No, that was down the street from me. I wasn't there. No.
Did you ever meet Diddy?
Yo, what the
Bro, yo, I forgot you
He's
actually
like, yo, I've seen pictures with you there.
Here's a little bit more about what we know of Dr. Dawn Hughes. So it's in an exhibit that was filed in this case, and it's called Disclosure as to Expert Witness Dawn M. Hughes, PhD, ABPP. Dr. Hughes is a clinical psychologist and a board-certified forensic psychologist, and a leading expert on sexual abuse, interpersonal violence, victimization, and traumatic stress. The following includes the anticipated opinions the government expects Dr. Hughes will offer regarding sexual abuse and victim responses to sexual abuse, coercive control, coping strategies during and in relation to sexual abuse, delayed disclosure, and memory of sexual abuse. Quote, the government expects that Dr. Hughes will testify about coercive control as a tactic of victimization, i.e. the state to process of becoming a victim, and a strategy to gain dominance across a spectrum of relationships. Coercive control often includes a variety of physical, sexual, and/or emotional tactics that together function to control the victim. Allegations implicate dozens of unidentified witnesses and alleged co-conspirators around the world, and some of the key witnesses to the supposed incidents are dead. Basically meaning, how can we defend against it? The defense is not even permitted to share the identities of the individuals described in the disclosure letter with Mr. Combs until April 18th, further hampering defense counsel's ability to investigate. Collectively, these new allegations require many months, if not years, to investigate, and if admitted, would require a series of mini-trials certain to double the length of a trial the government originally said would last 3 weeks. So this is an explosive allegation that on its face, I don't know if I necessarily disagree with. If they are bringing in evidence of uncharged conduct, wouldn't the defense have an opportunity to investigate it and challenge it? It seems like they're making a point. So if this
50 Cent might be the only one bold or reckless enough to blow this entire situation wide open. His upcoming docuseries, Did He Do It?, is on the way, and when it drops, it could shake the entertainment world to its core. This story is nowhere near finished, and the fallout could be massive. Stay tuned, because the next chapter might reveal even more than anyone expects. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an update on what could become one of the biggest celebrity scandals of this generation.